Hi, Miss Humble. How are you?
Hi, good. How are you, Tegan?
Good, great.
I am just getting in my car. Can you give me like 2 seconds?
Yeah.
To get my car like turned on and attached to the.
Yeah, of course. If you just want to call me back, that's perfectly fine.
Oh no, that's okay. I'm just turning my car so you're gonna like connect here for a second.
Perfect.
Okay. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
Okay. All right. So I thought you wanted to be a marine biologist. Isn't that what you originally thought?
That is what I ended up going to school for. And then that's what I was going to school for. And then Mr. Popovich got me an internship last year at Dodge with 5th grade. And I just ended up like really enjoying it. And so then I still came to school for bio. And like the whole time I just felt myself wanting to be in education. So I'm now an education major and I really like it. I do field experience now too with 3rd grade and I really like it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Wow, that's early. They get you right out there then, huh?
Yes, they do. It's really cool. Yeah, first semester we're out there and then we're in the field all the way until our senior year student teaching.
Oh, good. Oh, that's so much better than when I did it. We had like 1 semester field experience and then 1 semester student teaching. So that's good.
Yeah, it's super cool. And then we have a school here. We have a school for kids with dyslexia on campus, so it's really nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're thinking younger grades?
I'm still kind of trying to decide. I'm probably going to get certified K through 6, but I don't want to go below like 4th grade really. And I'm still kind of thinking, I think I would enjoy high school. I just don't know if I'd do it right away.
Oh, yeah. I understand. All right, so what are these questions that you got for me? What class is this for?
This is for my Foundations of Teaching 1 class. So I have to interview 3 people.
Okay.
So I did my mom and or my dad, and then I'm doing a teacher from Dodge as well. But I'll start just by letting you know, I do have to record it, but it's just for a private YouTube account, just for me and my professor. So no one will see it but that.
That's fine.
But I will start by asking you your name, what district you teach for, what state you teach in, and the grades you teach, and how long you've been teaching.
Okay. All right. So I'm Julie Humble, and I teach at Twinsburg High School in Twinsburg, Ohio. And the grades that I currently teach are 11th and 12th, social studies. And what else did you ask me?
How long you've been teaching for?
Oh, okay. This is my 13th year.
Okay, nice. And then a question I asked my dad too, which I thought I'd ask you as well. So you've been teaching for like 13 years now. Is there something you could pinpoint, like something that you really love about teaching, or like how you came to love teaching?
I would like a specific moment you're looking for, or
just anything, like over the last few years that you've been like, I
would say like with how crazy the last couple of years have been with COVID and just changing expectations in high school and stuff, like it just feels crazy. But the reason why I know I'm doing the right thing for me as a career is that when I get to school and I'm with students and we're interacting and we're engaging, that's like I find such joy from seeing the kids learn and interact and conversate and stuff like that. So that's why I still do what I do.
That's so amazing. That's kind of same, like along the lines of what my dad said. That's so cool. And then I will just hop right into the first question. So question 1, how do you communicate with your students, parents, parents, and colleagues?
I would say primarily email, because I feel like everybody's digital and like hardly anybody ever wants to pick up the phone anymore.
Right.
So email is just all day, every day, seems like.
Nice. Perfect. And then you guys use Google Classroom, correct?
Oh, yeah. So I post on Google Classroom. I mean, that's the thing that I use the most to communicate with students, of like, I post a daily agenda, all their homework is posted there. So that keeps everybody on task. And then I think the parents get like a weekly update from Google Classroom or something like that. So
Nice, great. And then question 2, what are your favorite classroom strategies for student learning and for classroom management?
Well, for classroom management, the biggest thing is make sure the work is like relevant and lasts a long time. I find like busy kids are good kids. Like the longer, they have meaningful, engaging work, the better your class is. And classroom strategies for student learning. It's funny, this year I have gone back to paper a lot. I think that with how students are so distracted by technology that it almost like when real learning needs to occur, it needs to go back to like no computers, back to the basics almost. So I've been doing that a lot in some of my classes, especially government class, because there's a state test attached to that one. So I would say 90% of what we do now is back to paper.
Nice. Yeah, we talk about a lot, especially with classroom management, like kids only act out when they're bored. So like keeping them busy is so important.
Right, yeah.
All right, well, thank you. And then question 3, what information, if you can, provide about the Florida system for school improvement? Obviously, you guys don't use the Florida system for school improvement and accountability, but is there like a system you guys have in place with your district that is talks about like school improvement and student accountability?
Is that like evaluation, like teacher evaluations? Is that what you're talking about, or?
Yeah, kind of like a plan for the school and like how teachers are kind of like reviewed and like how you guys are observed.
Yeah. So we use OTAs. It's called the Ohio. Oh gosh, I have no idea there's so many acronyms, but like they will, for teacher evaluations, they'll come in like depending on it all goes down to like, do you have tenure? Are you a certain level of accomplishment in your school, like, on your previous evaluation? And so like for me, I just had a full evaluation and I got accomplished, which means like the highest level that you can get. So now I have 3 years off of a full evaluation. So then this year they come in for like 4 walkthroughs where they stay for like 10 minutes and just assess what's going on. And then you have like a formal walkthrough, which they stay for like 20 minutes or something. And it's pretty informal, but the full evaluations require a lot of like connecting your learning to standards. What are you doing? Like, do your goals align with the school and the strategic plan and all that stuff? So.
Okay, nice. And then.
Now, I think so. If you're like a newer teacher, you do that more often.
Okay.
I think you get evaluated more. Yeah.
That makes sense. Like the longer you've been there, they're kind of like, like we trust you. You've got this.
As long as you have a certain score.
Okay, nice.
You can go a couple years. Yeah.
Perfect. And then kind of moving into the next question is, how do you collect and use data from formative and summative assessments to monitor learning gains and student progress?
So formative-wise, it's like a daily, ongoing. It could be as simple as like a bell work question, kind of check, do you remember what we talked about last class, or homework assignments, or just daily like questions that I ask. And then summative assessments would be like tests or summative projects like that go over a whole unit or something like that.
Nice. I was gonna say, I remember doing those for government in your class, like the government projects.
Yeah. Like data-wise, formative assessment is really like informal, where I'll just kind of gauge, if I don't have a lot of kids being able to answer a question, or when we review the bell work from the previous day or something and kids are getting it wrong, then I know right on the spot I have to, reassess. But summative-wise, it allows you to know like where you need to go back and maybe reteach or, approach that topic again.
Yeah. For sure. And then tell me about how you use multisensory instruction to improve student achievement.
Now do you mean like just different ways of teaching? Like, is that what you mean? Like multisensory, like using paper and using online, like that kind of stuff?
Yeah, kind of like covering like all the topics of engaged learning, like visual, auditory, like tactile learning, those kind of things.
Okay. Well, I mean, it depends on the class. So like government class is very standard based. There's not a whole lot that I can strafe from the standards to do. So it's paper, it's textbook, it's lecture, you know, sometimes group work or something like that. But like in my elective classes where it's like AP Psych or sociology, we do a lot more hands-on of like mini group projects or like large group discussions where we do like 4 corners and get up and have conversations with the whole group. So it just depends on the class and what we're doing. I'll use a lot of like current events and videos and stuff like that as well.
Nice, yeah. I feel like it's a lot harder to like, in like especially that government course, like kind of like lecturing is kind of what you're kind of bound to there for that.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of creativity in government.
Right.
But yeah, so.
My dad had pretty much mentioned that too. He was like, most of it is really just preparing them for that exam at the end.
Yeah, unfortunately it's just how it is in some of those classes.
Right. And this kind of leads into the next one. It's how does the standards you teach affect the scope of this and sequence of your curriculum?
So it depends on the class. So there are standards in every class that I teach, and I have kind of a unique course load where I have a government, which is the OST test. So everything I do is aligned to a standard, like to the T, right? So I want to make sure that they pass that test. But then in sociology, there are Ohio standards for teaching sociology at the high school level, but it's really vague and there's no test. So it allows me to like guide my curriculum, but I have much more creative liberty with sociology. But then my AP course, I have to follow the standards from College Board, which gives me, what I need to teach the kids, to pass the test, basically. Right. So basically in those core classes, like everything I do is standard based.
That makes sense. Like just making sure like they're understanding all parts of that standard, because
that's what they're assessed on. So
nice, especially for the OST and AP tests for sure.
Yeah.
All right, and then to what level does the scope and sequence of your standard-based curriculum drive your? Okay, so pretty much what we were talking about. Like how much of the standard curriculum drive your instruction decisions?
Pretty much everything I do is standard, just making sure I'm covering those standards. So I would say like in government and psych, 99% of what I do is to the standards. Sociology, probably 70%, and I take a little more creative liberty with that.
Nice. All right, and then last question here. How do you incorporate character-based practices into your classroom management? Like growing students, like character-wise, like relaying that like responsibility to them through your classes?
So, like I really push with the kids, like you need to be on time, you need to be respectful, you need to be kind to one another. I mean, there's, I try to model it. Then I try to hold them accountable with the school rules and really just enforce, like, you have to be on time to class, just like you have to be on time to work, and, hold them to a high expectation with those kind of character-based practices. I think the biggest thing you can do with that stuff is be a model of it, right? Like teach kids with respect and talk to them and get to know them and just kind of model that behavior seems to kind of set the tone in your class.
Yes, for sure.
So.
I agree. Well, that is all the questions I have for you today. Thank you so much for taking some time out of your day to talk to me.
You are very welcome. You just sound so grown up. I can't get over it.